Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great and hope you are in the festive mood to celebrate Christmas and New Year. So I thought I will do a top 10 fragrance video of my recommendations for the holiday season. So basically the list is a mix of designer, niche and surprisingly the clone fragrances have made it in the top 5 list. So that shows how clone fragrance industry is stepping up the game and they are even competing with the high-end niche fragrances. So let's start with the list. In the 10th position is an old fragrance, an old designer fragrance like many guys must have like started their collection, and this fragrance would have been one of the fragrances in their collection. I'm talking about none other than the classic Burberry London. So this fragrance is a staple for winter, especially for Christmas. And this is like a tobacco fragrance. It has a very classic kind of smell. It's not like a modern fragrance, but still the DNA is very popular. And still people buy this because you can find it for very good prices at discounters. And it has a very, what do you say, the leafy kind of a tobacco smell, not the kind of tobacco that you find in like red tobacco or shuhura, something like that. This is a leafy tobacco, so it smells very unique, and this gives me like a vibe of like Christmas tree. It has kind of a pine wood kind of an accord, and it has a boozy nuances coming from the wine. So this fragrance makes use of the port wine note as well. So it's boozy, a little bit of woody, then tobacco, little bit spicy. So all this makes this fragrance a perfect choice for Christmas. So this is one of my staple in my collection for my winter rotation, and I will always have it in my collection. This is a classic one, and some people have forgotten this fragrance, but I want to like give some love to this fragrance. This is one of the classics that people have started out when they started into the fragrance game with Cool Water, Limail, Burberry London, etc. So one of my favorites in the number 10 position. Okay, so number 9, this is a great fragrance from Armani, undoubtedly, and this is my favorite from the Stronger With You. This is the Stronger With You, absolutely. So I must have featured this in many of my videos because this is a really solid fragrance for both fall and winter, and particularly for fall I enjoy this fragrance more. And you can't wear this for the hotter season. So, and this has the roasted chestnut smell. It gives you some vibes of the niche fragrance by the fireplace, but not exactly going into that niche territory. It smells designer like, but with higher quality. So if you if you're considering fragrance like Azaro, the most wanted line, I would say this is the much better smelling one and much better well blended one. So the most wanted has that toffee note that makes the difference, but they're like mostly 80% the same. Only the opening may be different in the Azaro most wanted. So this is my choice, and it has that rum note that gives a boozy vibe to the fragrance. It's not too much boozy, but the correct amount of booziness mixed with the woody nuances, the spices, and it's a great fragrance for the fall and winter. And this fragrance has an absolutely great performance as well. I think more than the Azaro Most Wanted line. So it lasts a long time with a moderate amount of projection. It will get you compliments, but you will have to like the woody, like it has got a little bit of a burnt sugar kind of a vibe. So you have to love that kind of an aspect to enjoy this fragrance thoroughly. It's one of my favorites for the fall and winter. Okay, my throat is not that good, so excuse me for that. And number 8, so this one is one of my favorite iris fragrance after Dior Homme Intense. Yes, Dior Homme Intense is still my number 1 iris fragrance. So if you want a twist on Dior Homme Intense, Givenchy has come out with the perfect Dior Homme Intense, like a similar kind of fragrance, but that does its own thing. So this is bit more gourmandy when compared to the Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense is more much more drier when compared to Givenchy. So this has booziness like whiskey notes mixed with iris, mixed with uh, the chocolate. I get kind of a Nutella kind of a vibe as well from this fragrance. It's like the cacao that gives that vibe. Amazing fragrance, guys. Do check this out. If you like iris in your fragrance, you will definitely love Givenchy Reserve Gentleman Reserve Prive. This is the best in among all the flankers. So that is number 8. Okay, coming to number 7. Okay, this fragrance created a enormous amount of hype when it was released in the last holiday season, and for the right reasons. I hope you can guess this fragrance. It's from the Jean Paul Gaultier line. I'm talking about none other than the Limel Elixir. So this one is the sweetest version of all the flankers. I think it's even sweeter than Ultra Male. That was a hugely popular from the Jean Paul Gaultier. And I thought like Ultra Male can even be worn in summer. But this is strictly a winter fragrance with notes of honey, tobacco, lavender. It's very sweet, ultra sweet, but it's perfect for the holiday season. So if you're like going out for a party in the Christmas or New Year, this would make a best choice because this has the performance. People can smell you and you will get compliments. Ladies especially love this fragrance. Sweet fragrance are always a hit with the females. So if you want compliments, if you want to get noticed, then I would suggest to get Limel Elixir. And I have previously done a comparison video of the Le Parfum and the Elixir. Both are fantastic scents. Le Parfum is more for like formal occasions, like a suit and tie event kind of a thing. Even for date nights, it works great. But for a party, this is the flanker to get. And it was like immensely hyped up. Like if you see TikTok, you can understand the hype behind this fragrance. And it's one of the most sold fragrance in Macy's where I work. So I know like this is one of the best sellers at Macy's. And it's still like people are still buying this fragrance like crazy. One of the best for the holiday season. Okay, so now coming to number 6. This is a niche fragrance and it's my all-time favorite. Number 1, gourmand fragrance. Talking about none other than Xerjoff Italica. So I haven't ever encountered a fragrance that captures the toffee note like this fragrance, and it's like mind-blowing, and it's perfectly unisex. Even like women, men, both genders can rock it, and it's one of my wife's favorite fragrance. She has almost emptied the bottle. I don't think any juice is left. And for winter, I can't think of any other gourmand fragrance that smells as incredible and delicious as Italica. This is my favorite niche gourmand fragrance for a reason. And there is none other fragrance that has given me the wow effect that Italica gave me when I smelled it. So the toffee note, if you are familiar with the Azzaro line, you think of like the best niche version of the toffee note. That's Italica. Do try this out. And some people say like I would suggest you not to smell this just immediately after spraying. The magic of this fragrance is in the air. If you spray it on your hand and if you immediately sniff it, you won't be much impressed. You have to smell it in the air to understand the magic of this fragrance, because this has a bit I have felt it has kind of a bit of a green vibe that you get when you smell it up close. So just feel it in the air to get the magic of Italica. My favorite all-time gourmand fragrance. Okay, so now it's like top 5 and things are getting serious here. Okay, so I can't make a list without this fragrance. If you follow my channel, you know I absolutely love this fragrance, but there is another fragrance that has come out from a clone brand that has like dethroned my love for this fragrance. I'm talking about none other than Angel Share from Kilian. So if you are into niche fragrances, you will know like this is one of the hugely popular niche fragrances from the house of Kilian, and it's very expensive. Like even the 50 ml will cost you like more than $200. Wow, amazing. So this has the cognac note with cinnamon, spices. You can like whenever you think of a perfect holiday fragrance, this comes to my mind automatically. This has all the ingredients that makes it the best holiday fragrance. So I have found something that smells even better than Angel Share. So you'll be seeing it in the list soon. So I'm not going too much in detail because I have spoken enough about this amazing niche fragrance, Angel Share. Only thing, it's like damn expensive. But I will always have this bottle, the whiskey glass in my collection. Amazing fragrance for the niche lovers. Okay. So coming to number 4, this is a fragrance from Mancera, and people were like hyping it up crazily in YouTube. People were loving this fragrance and for good reasons. I'm talking about none other than Amore Caffe. So this fragrance from Mancera is a banger for the holiday season. Like when you think of this fragrance, it's like more of an close encounter fragrance when compared to other Mancera fragrances. This doesn't have the beast mode performance like red tobacco, but it's perfect for like a movie date with your loved one, or just Netflix and chill kind of a, like if you're watching movie with your wife, your girlfriend, this is a perfect scent. And when you put it on your sweater and you get the whiffs, it's a another feeling. And I have reviewed it in my channel, and as you know, this smells like affogato, the dessert that's made by like pouring the black coffee over vanilla ice cream. So even when you smell it from the nozzle, you get all the notes for this fragrance. It's like black coffee, vanilla ice cream, brown sugar. These 3 notes are the main players in Amore Caffe. And even there are like, I think, clone fragrances that come out, but I haven't tested it, and I won't be buying any clone because this is like blended to perfection. Sweet, little bit spicy, vanilla ice cream. So that's what I can think of. Coffee with vanilla ice cream. Amazing fragrance from Mancera, and it's one of my top favorites. Okay, so now there are 3 fragrances left, and number 3 is a clone fragrance that had blown my mind, and it's like inspiration of another expensive fragrance from Perfumes de Marly, that's Altair, and this is Liquid Brun from Fragrance World. And this is a beast mode performer. I can smell this fragrance like there aren't many clone fragrances that give me this kind of a performance like with Liquid Brun. So if you go heavily, it will last the whole day and you can smell it on you. And I have got great compliments in my workspace wearing this fragrance. Amazing fragrance if you want a spicy vanilla fragrance for the holidays. This screams Christmas. That's amazing this fragrance is. And to be frank, I haven't tried Perfumes de Marly Altair, but those who have both fragrance say they are like very similar. I don't know, but if you are looking for like a spicy vanilla fragrance, and even this fragrance gives me vibes of a little bit of baby cat. That's a very expensive fragrance from YSL. So it has all the goodness of a holiday fragrance, especially if you like the spicy, little bit gourmandy kind of a vanilla fragrance. And this is a lady killer, guys. You will definitely get compliments and you will get noticed with this fragrance. Amazing sexy vanilla fragrance, and that too you can get it for like maybe $40. Insane quality for that price. Even the opening may be a bit harsh, but immediately it will settle down into a very beautiful fragrance with great performance. Check it out. Okay, so I talked about Limail Elixir that created an immense hype when it was released last holiday season. So the same way this designer fragrance is getting an immense hype if you check YouTube or anywhere else. This is the number 2 in the list. I'm talking about none other than the fragrance from Hugo Boss. Boss bottled Absolu. So if you are a niche fragrance lover, you will be amazed how great a designer brand like Boss made this fragrance. So this is hyped up for all the good reasons, because mostly like even if you take a designer fragrance, many people after some time it begins to smell like all designer fragrance are the same. I can give you an example. For example, the John Paul Gaultier uh, Lebo, or take 1 million Lucky, or maybe Paco Rabanne Phantom, or Invictus Victory Elixir. After a while, all the designer fragrances, like, they began smelling the same to me. And even today, I don't understand the hype behind Invictus Victory Elixir. People say it's like beast mode performance and this and that, but it never wowed me. And I see like in YouTube that fragrance has got an immense hype, but it was just like another like Paco Rabanne or a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance to me. It never impressed me. But this fragrance, if you want something different, if you want something daring, if you want something manly, this is the fragrance to check out. And Hugo Boss, like this brand, it wasn't like a people's favorite brand. Like they were releasing many flankers that weren't even getting noticed. I think the last Hugo Boss fragrance that I actually loved was the Intense version, and that got discontinued. And before that was the Hugo Boss bottled original. That was the only fragrance they had, like, which was hugely popular. And then there were a lot of flankers, people weren't even interested with the brand, and then they released Elixir, that like broke all the stereotype or whatever associated with the brand, and that got immensely popular. And following the footsteps of Elixir, they created one more smash hit, and that's Hugo Boss Absolu. So if you can check in my review, I had compared it to some niche fragrances like Red Tobacco, Carlisle, even Tony Iommi. So you should like patchouli. This has good dose of patchouli in this fragrance. So if you are someone who is bored of the designer fragrance that are coming out these days and want something bold, you can definitely check out Boss Bottled Absolu. Do not blind buy, test this fragrance and see, because people have different tastes. For a guy like me who have used a lot of designer fragrance, niche fragrances, something to impress me is like bit hard now. So this one definitely I would say is worth the money. It's bit expensive. The retail price 100 ml is for $140, but wait for some time, because Boss Elixir is now available for like $75. So it will come in discounters if you wait for some time, and then maybe you can get it. Or if you want to buy it now, if you like it that much, you can go for it. Boss Bottled Absolu, the best release this year. Like last year, it was the same craze I found for Limail Elixir, and this year the same craze I noticed for Boss Bottled Absolu. A smash hit from Boss. Okay guys, the number one fragrance may not come as a surprise if you follow my content. It's a fragrance that dethroned my favorite Angel's Share, and it's from Lattafa. Yes, a Lattafa fragrance is the number one. Teriaq Intense. So I had shared a picture, I think in my last post, saying how much I loved Teriaq Intense from Lattafa. So if you're considering to buy Camra Kava or Angel Share, just get this. This is the best sexier version, like with the plum liquor note. And I have seen some reviews comparing it to the expensive niche fragrance. It's called Plum Cognac by Sense of Food. So for $40, insane quality. And the nose behind this is Quentin Bish. If you check my review, I have mentioned, I think I did a short video and I had said, but I'm not hyping it up because it was perfumed by Quentin Bish. If it's a bad fragrance, I will say it's a bad fragrance. But this fragrance, amazing quality. If you smell it blind, you won't say that it is from a Lattafa brand, and it's $40. It can easily be put in and sold for like $200+ in a Kilian bottle. Maybe an Angel Share like flanker. That's how good this is. And this is even more well blended, more unisex, more cozy than Angel Share. Angel Share may be a bit in your nose, because there is a bit of a harshness in Angel Share that I noticed. But this one, is more sweeter than Angel Share. And performance, awesome performance. Definitely above average. I think even it performs better than Angel Share. And I believe, like all Lattafa fragrance, if it sits for some time, it will even get more beastly. So amazing fragrance from Lattafa. I got it from TikTok shop for like $42 US, and this is so much hype now in TikTok and one of the best sellers out there. And like I buy from TikTok shop whenever I see a lot of craze around a fragrance, and I have been very satisfied with my purchases from there. So this one is one of the best purchase you can make right now if you're looking for a clone fragrance. I won't say this is a clone fragrance, but a brand that makes clone fragrance, this is unique. This is not exactly Angel Share, but a twist to it. It does its own thing. So try it, then only you will understand. So this is my number one recommendation for the holiday season. So guys, I covered 10 fragrance. I think the video is a little bit longer than I thought, but I just shared my excitement of wearing and loving these fragrances with you guys. So hope you enjoyed the video, and do leave your comments if you tried these fragrances and what you feel about, and what are your recommendations that you think are best for the holiday season. So that's it guys, I'll be back with another video. Stay tuned. Have a nice day. Bye.